everyone, Fluffy here. Well, welcome to part of my kitchen. I was looking at the background and I'm like, is it that bad of a mess? So I'm like, that's a typical day. You see all my waters, and yeah, there's my Shudamona, and I've only got one case. Anyway, the reason I'm doing this vlog, and is I don't know what I'll title it, but basically I don't want this to become a low-carb channel. It's, you know, it's just me and what I do every day, or not every day, just, you know, mostly mukbangs, although you understand why I have it. Well, I've been posting pictures. I actually had a friend of mine who is a diabetic and did not know anything about net carbs. And so she wanted a little explanation, and I'm like, but you gotta watch the labels. So I thought, well, just in case some of y'all we're trying to go low carb, because I think some of y'all are, and if you already know this, just ignore me. But if not, you really have to watch your labels. Don't think that, you know, everything's all the same. And what prompted that in me was my friend asking about net carbs, but also I come across, okay, here we go. Always watch your label, read labels. Okay, I just got through driving. I let the dogs out. I gave them their snacks. You see the one right here, because I'm in the place that has all the food. So they're going to be underfoot, and then, you know, so they're just going to have to be. So I want to show you, these are the mushrooms that I've been using. All right, and if you, and I'm glad I'm using my laptop because y'all can see it really well. All right, let's see if I can keep myself steady. All right, you see total carbs, right? 3 grams. So all you would take off is the fiber, but you see it's 3 grams. So that's 0 carbs because you take away your dietary fiber. There's no sugars, there's no sugar alcohol, right? Because mushrooms aren't meant to be super sweet. Then you have to always look at your serving size, 1 can. So if it would have said 2 servings, then it still would have been 0, but if they had carbs. Okay, so before I went on low carb, I was shopping for mushrooms, and I noticed that Walmart had these. White mushrooms. Yeah, I thought these were white mushrooms. I don't even know what kind of mushrooms are in here. Let me see if they just say mushrooms, water, and sea salt. Okay, so these are white mushrooms, and I was like, I wonder what these taste like. Maybe I'll try them. But then I'd never made anything that required that I wanted to put mushrooms in there. And so the other day when I was going for these, I picked up this one. It's in this white cabinet. This white cabinet right here is spices and extra canned goods, and then the rack behind it is more food, and then all of that is appliances and dishes. Okay, so when I pulled it out, I realized it said this, and I was curious, so I turned the can around. Let me look. Okay. Now look. Total carbs, 6. Fiber, 3. So the serving size is still 1 can, but there's still 3 carbs in here. Now, if you're like on 50 carbs a day or whatever, you could probably afford the 3 carbs from this whole can. But I'm still on 20 carbs, y'all, and I'll explain in a minute why. So if I can get this one for 0 carbs and be able to use the whole can in the dish, and then, or have to count 3 carbs, because this is 6 meatballs, y'all. Okay, and then, again, before even this one, this is the stems and pieces mushrooms from Aldi. Again, way before I decided to do low carb. All right. Serving size is still 1 can. But look at this one. Now this one's a little better than the white button mushrooms, but total carbs 4, fiber 2. So this can is 2 net carbs. So even though they mostly look the same, and you figure a mushroom's a mushroom, no. I don't know if it's the type of mushroom, the way they process it, or what. But these two, so for me, that is on 20 carbs a day, I'm going to find the one with 0. And this is why you look at labels. Unfortunately, Aldi doesn't show this. Walmart does. But Aldi doesn't show this. And now you can drop down, it'll tell you the ingredients in the food, but it won't give you a nutritional detailed list of carbs and stuff like that. So the other one that I wanted to show you is tuna. Tuna is supposed to be tuna in oil, tuna in water, so there shouldn't be any carbs unless there's flavoring in it, like barbecue tuna. Some of your Korean, some of your Asian tunas, they're flavored, and so of course you probably have it. Okay. Me and my sweetheart would get the cheaper brand of tuna when we would make tuna salad, right? Because you're going to add mayonnaise and different things like that, so it didn't have to be superior tuna. So this is the one that's more ground up, right? It's more, I don't want to use the word mushy, but it's good. It's good when you add mayonnaise and stuff to it. It's good enough, okay? This was her favorite, and she got me turned on to it. The solid white albacore. This is the one that we would put over rice and things like that. Okay, so you figure tuna is tuna is tuna. And I made tuna salad the other day, and I used 2 cans, and at the last second, when I already had these open and dumped out, so I couldn't go back, so I just ended up having to count them. Okay, this 1 can drain is the serving size. Okay, trying to find it because it's hard to read. For me, it's backwards, but for y'all, it's right. Look, 3 grams, 3 carbs for 1 can. Okay, and so so I ended up making 6 carbs. Mayonnaise was 0, and I just put salt and pepper, onion, and garlic powder in it. I didn't put any real vegetables in there, because then I used 2 slices of 1 carb bread. So my sandwich was 5 carbs. Okay. However, when you look at the and I don't know if Walmart sells the white albacore, and if they do, I have not checked the carb count, because brands, as you can tell, brands are different. So this one, when you look here, it's all together, so it's more. It's also 1 can drained, and there's no dietary fiber. I didn't show it to you because there's 0. Okay. It's the second one. Look. 0. So this one has 0 carbs. And if I'd have remembered that, because my daughter's not counting carbs, I would have sent her home with this, and I've got 2 cans, and she will be sent home. The Aldi brand of tuna has carbs. I've got it back there. I'll have to give those to her because she don't care. And I wondered what they put in here, and the ingredient says may contain soy. So that's what I'm figuring is putting the carbs in here. So, let's see. That's an 8-minute video. It lasted faster, more than I thought. So, and also check, like, when you get flour tortillas. I wasn't going to do them because I thought they were both the same brand, but they're not. But I can show it to you. Let's see. Because that's what started it. I posted a picture of my tacos on my Facebook, and people were wondering, I had 3 flour tortillas, how could I be at 8 net grams? She knew nothing about low carb flour tortillas, and she's family, so all right, see how small these flour tortilla shells are, right? 1 net carb for each. Okay, 1 net carb. All right. So I had been getting these, and then I was doing Aldi, and I imagine I got it at the same time, but I thought, okay, the carb bread. This is Aldi's brand of carb counter, okay? It's bigger, All right, you can tell that it's a bigger tortilla, but in my brain, it's only 1 carb, right? So imagine my surprise, and it says it on the front, 4 net carbs per. So if I can have 3 tacos, even though they're slightly smaller, 3 tacos instead of 1, and this 3 of these is 1 less carb, which one do you think I'm gonna pick? I bought another package of these. Now these will probably go by the wayside. And that's how I do my carb math. So the whole deal behind this video is just watch your packaging, because I give net carbs based on the things that I'm eating, right? So I need y'all to be careful and just don't go out because I'm giving you the carb counts of like those meatballs, right? And then I added the can of mushrooms, and I'm calculating that my mushrooms are 0 carbs, but then you go grab this one or another brand, you're thinking it's 0. So real quick, because I have it here. Ew, Fluffy, you keep it out. Yeah, I live on the edge. This is the Alfredo sauce. So if you're wondering, and I think, no, okay, that's why I did 4. All right, so the carb count is 2 carbs, no fiber, 1 sugar, right? So 2 of those carbs is from one of the sugars, from the sugar. Does that make sense? Okay. But the serving size is 1/4 cup. When you do, this is the pizza sauce or the pasta sauce, and I think this is the one I got from Aldi. I really can't remember. Okay. Now this serving size is 1/2 cup. So if I'm not watching, then I might pour myself 1/2 cup. I do, but I count 4 carbs, because remember, 1/4 cup is 2 carbs. This one is high. This one is 12 carbs, right? Plus it's double. It's double this serving size. Sorry, I bumped it. Right? But you take off 3 fibers, and it's 9 net carbs for 1/2 cup. And the Rayo's brand of pasta sauce, I don't remember which flavor, because I'm sure they all differ. Watch your labels. Is a lot cheaper than this. Whoever's calling me, you gotta call me back. I'm with my peeps. So, if your head's swimming, you can in the comments ask me to be more specific. I try to explain it as best I could. And the bottom line is, if you're really restricted in your carbs, oh, what I wanted to tell you is I really think, that's a spam call, because they call me off the hook. But I'll check when I get over there. I feel like I'm super insulin resistant. I told y'all, I think when I gained those many pounds that quickly, it really did some damage, and I was already diabetic, a non-compliant diabetic. And because if I get close to my 20 carbs, when I use the keto sticks, my fat burning goes down, and I like to stay at moderate, and then I don't lose weight, or I gain a pound. And so I'm trying to stay. I'm not saying that now I'm just going to do 10 carbs. I'll do 10, 12. I'll make myself a meal, and as long as I'm not over 20, I'm good. But I did notice I do better on even lower carbs. But your brain needs carbs, so I don't want to go carb free. So that's what I wanted to say, that I'm really I believe I'm super insulin resistant. So meaning my body is still not trying to produce its own insulin. So I have to help it out. That concludes. I hope y'all have had a fantastic week. It's been pretty. I went driving Monday, went driving Tuesday. Really super slow. I had to come back early, but it's almost payday. And I'm not going on really heavy hours, so I switched it up a little bit today. I didn't go out yesterday, but I went out today, and I made a little bit more than I did Monday or Tuesday, because I went an hour later, and so that was better. I'm going to try to go out again tomorrow. For me, it's enough that I used my physicalness, yes, that's a Fluffyism, to get down the stairs and get in the car and drive around and then get out of the all of that, using my physicality more than I would had I stayed home. So that's a win for me. So thank y'all for watching this probably super boring video, because it's probably really super boring for some of y'all who are not doing low carb, or you're doing carnivore, which carbs don't matter anyway. Real quick, ever since I had that talk, I haven't seen Stalker Guy, nor have I seen any dogs loose in the neighborhood. And he got his vehicle fixed. I saw the truck yesterday, and he's been zipping up and down the street, which that's fine. Do you? I know I'd be glad if, you know, I have a physicality to get in and out of the vehicle and go zip in, but I'm glad he got his vehicle back. I don't like for anybody to have to pay for damage, or, you know, what happened, why the car, you know, was damaged. So, but he got it back. So he's really not been in the she shed too much, or at all, actually, that I've seen the last 2 days. So, but anyway, that's for another vlog. I'll catch y'all up. And don't any of y'all say in the next vlog, when I repeat this information about him, Fluffy, hello, you've already told us. Well, you know what? You're going to listen to it again if you want to hear the rest. I love y'all. I do. So anyway, you've seen this messy kitchen. There's just, I've got so much stuff that there's just no way to, that's all my Asian stuff, and I can't use hardly any of it, because, you know, I mean, I use some of it. I use the gochujang, and that's soy sauce, and that's sesame oil, and, you know, I use some of that, but some of it you can't, because I can't right now because of the carbs. But so anyway, that's partly my kitchen, so it's coming together. I'm slowly trying to get it together. So God bless y'all. Positive vibes out to each and every one of you. Remember to always be kind and be your own advocate. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all real soon, okay? Bye.